Sputnik.
Sputnik. They had a hit with Love Missile 111, apparently, and
Really?
they're back.
Are they?
Yes.
My word. A bunch of chances, yeah. They took us by surprise the first time, and they're going to bluff their way back into the charts just another time round. Dan Burbridge has this startling report.
Back in 1986, my RE teacher, Mrs. Good, was none too impressed when I told her that I hadn't done my homework because I'd been to see Sigue Sigue Sputnik play at Wootton Hill Snooker Club. The band went on to sell 1 million albums, and now, with their big hair and their big attitude, they're back, and they've invited me along to meet them. So, Mrs. Good, if you're watching this, you know what you can do. Shut it! Dressed as rock and roll cyborgs, Sigue Sigue Sputnik fired guns, thrashed guitars, and lived in a futuristic world where the bouffon was boss and hairspray was most definitely ozone unfriendly. But now, more than a decade since they blasted their way to #2 in the charts with Love Missile F111, armed with a new set of publicity photos and a remix CD of their original stuff, they're launching a comeback. So you had 2 or 3 big hits, and then Sigue Sigue Sputnik actually sort of just disappeared. Where did they go?
Well, I mean, we never really split up. I always felt it just kind of went into suspended animation for a while. The problem is, with anything that has such a huge meteoric rise to fame, in Britain especially, the downside comes even quicker. And it just became impossible for us to play in this country. So we would rather just put it on hold until the rest of the world caught up. As it says in the thing, history will prove me right.
21st century.
21st Century Boy was the hit that followed their chart-topping debut, and though it only just made the top 20, it was still in the Sputnik style. What came later surprised everyone and was the last hit before the band disappeared into obscurity. This homage to 80s excess was what emerged after the band teamed up with Stock Aitken and Waterman, the very same people who brought the world Rick Astley and Kylie and Jason. So, techno rock and roll rebels teamed up with cheesy pop producers extraordinaire, a match made in heaven? Actually, no.
I always remember this great bit where we were recording the record and Pete Waterman took me on one side and said, "The thing is, Tone, kids don't like guitars, so we can't have any guitars on this record." Then I knew we were in trouble.
Nonetheless, in their short but colourful months of sci-fi success, Sigue Sigue Sputnik did sell over 1 million records. So, by my reckoning, they should still be loaded. Well, unfortunately not, because they didn't just earn loads of cash, but spent it too.
No, we made enough money to have a terrific time at the time. And, you know, I mean, I suppose if I look back and say, where did the money went? I think we had too many employees, too many publicists.
And one of those was TV presenter Magenta Devine, who made cameo appearances in half the band's videos. Still mates with the 3 original members, she was also Tony James's girlfriend of the time, though he subsequently shacked up with Janet Street Porter. Today, however, Martin Degerville has a sci-fi movie in the pipeline. Neil X has been touring with Mark Almond, and Tony James, who spent 5 years with the Sisters of Mercy, reckons that a Sputnik comeback of sorts is just around the corner.
I kind of see it more just as a continuation of what we already did, we are making another record. The thing about Sputnik is that Sputnik was always about the future, you know, and its time hasn't come yet.
1990.
I'm a space cowboy. I'm a 21st century woman.
Oh, try and stop me from dancing to that. If you do want to know how to get your hands on the Sputnik's new CD, then find out our pop-tastic website.